Hey, good morning, everybody. So we'll start with breathing exercise. And then, like I say, really ground yourself and let your feet feel, the soles of your feet feel the ground, And as you raise your arms, try not to use the musculature of the shoulders. Just let them raise with the breath coming in. Breath goes down here, the hara, and fills the body, then comes up into the chest. Okay? So. And as the hands come down, breath, belly expands again. You're going to release into the belly. Okay? Be sure you take, after it's up here, as you come down, take it back down here. Not just here, but you can, when you can, the back goes out too, fills lungs in the back. And when you can just, with your own training, just putting your hands here against your ribs. As you breathe, allow the breath to push the hands out. So you're filling your whole body with that breath. Okay? So again. Drop the shoulders. And if you feel any tension, which I do, I usually get it right here and here. Take the time to be conscious of this and relax. Feel where the tension is in the body. This is the time when we can really have nothing, spare the time to really be conscious of what's happening in your body, connected with breathing and movement, right? So not, as somebody grabbed, usually we're conscious of here, right? No, so here, conscious of here, the whole body, right? This allows you to, like, if I use my hand here, you can stop me now. If I come from here, it's difficult to stop me because energy is redirected through breath in the body and where your mind is and under any kind of confrontation. So pretty much the idea, this is also, it's warming up, but also a treatise on what happens here, right? This is here, she's breathing. Work. Not, right? Because the connection that we do in Aikido has to be sustained. That's, I believe, one of the major unique qualities of Aikido, that we don't deal with the attack where it comes. We're already in a different place, and there's a freedom in not just, yes, a movement of the body, but also the freedom mentally, right? And this is developed by placing the attention and developing the center of the body. This is a clearinghouse for movement, right? The brain up here is not. You can analyze, but it's not the most efficient way of dealing with a spontaneous movement. This is, for some reason, this is the physical moving center, and some say the emotional center, whatever. This, if you allow this to happen, the connection to happen here, this is the connection, but this isn't the motive of what you're going to do. The mentality stays here, right? So when you do the breathing, and if you do this consciously, in this time when we don't have the opportunity to train physically together, you'll can develop this feeling, this center, that no matter what happens, pretty much you stay in the center, right? So if you meditate in the Zendo and you're sitting, meditating, your consciousness is here, and a fly lands on your nose, you still, this is the challenge, right? That something like your sensory, your senses like perceive something here, but still your consciousness stays here, right? Which means you're developing a kind of a peripheral view of the world. So when something comes, you're not focused on what is happening, supposed to be happening right here, which may or may not happen, but your awareness is open all over. So this is not just simply going breathing in and out. This is coordinating, letting the body expand and to the movement of the breath, right? So I think this basically, it's pretty much what, when they say culture throw, breath throw, it's not when you knock somebody over. But this is what you're allowing and sensing within your own physical self, the body. So this is naturally extending. When somebody grabs, and I go like here, you know, if she grabs, and this is just here. But if my mind goes up here, quick, she's here. It stays here because this is, I'm not doing anything from here. This is our connection. Now, any intent to do anything to her? We're two separate bodies. No intent. We're one body, and I can address the center. Okay. So now we'll do the rowing exercise. Okay. And rowing exercise currently was one of the main exercises those sensei used to do. And Koichi told me his teachers would be like, when you did this, it wasn't just, again, these movements here are not intended to build stamina, particularly, or muscular strength. This is a way of coordinating breath and body and movement and intent and consciousness. So if I just go like this, nothing. This is really rowing a boat, right? So when this comes forward, you're back, the boat's back. Feel it here, right? And then the hips bring us back here, right? So do the rowing exercise, right? Everybody, you know, just yell, okay? Hey, oh, 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 hey, oh. Now we bring the energy right back to the center. Again, when you shake, not just here. Let this shaking here vibrate the whole body. And into the legs, knees into the ground, okay? So I personally feel tightness here. I have to get work done on my knees. I feel the tightness. I'm aware when I do this. And so I allow this part of musculature to relax, and here to relax, drop. You become aware of this and then you address it. Okay, now right humming. Now, another point, when you project through the eyes, the mouth, send forth, even like Jesus Sensei used to say, let your eyes sparkle, right? Send out like a fire. Okay? Hey, 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 hey. Again, I can feel all the chronic tension that I had build up here and here, you know. This opportunity, as soon as I feel it, I release here and release here. And any other place that you find it, the tension in your body. If you have the tension in the jaw, which I do, you just release it. This is a time for developing awareness. Not just what you think is going on around you, but within your own sphere and inside your own body. Back to center. So this is just standing between heaven and earth. So feel the this is use your imagination. Otherwise, you just unconscious. Right? Use imagination to feel that there's something coming down through the crown of the head, and something coming up through the soles of your feet, meeting up here. Right? Again, I feel the tension. This is just a chronic tension. And this is the time we can deal with it. I release here. It's insidious, it keeps creeping back into the body, it's subconscious, but you have a challenge now to just, anytime you feel it now, you release it. So usually we think of exercises building up our musculature, our cardiovascular, but in this case, we're doing something different. We're releasing chronic tension to the extent that we can. We're becoming aware of it, you know. So when we train again with each other, we can do our techniques with this other dimension involved. Okay, so now going to let the arm swing up. Not using, going to use the movement in the hip. Swing the arm up, right? Letting this just go where it wants to. All the way back. It's still 1, 2, left. This is where the motor is for this. Up and down. No extra force still going down. This is just let the gravity work for you. Right? The other side, please. Okay. Okay. So purpose of this is simple enough. Exercise again. When you're doing it by yourself, you go, what am I doing? But you're releasing, you're learning to move from the center. You're not, when somebody comes towards you, you're not reaching out from here. Right? When I reach out from here, pull. Right? So here, this idea is when I extend, if I extend from here, which some people do, it's you're giving your heart, right? It's nice, but you're vulnerable. People do that. When it can go into this area, the heart, but it has to come up really actually from the ground. But once you're aware here, if something happens in the body, you get polarization of force. So everything one way, okay, can control you, right? 2 ways is you're drawing, you're extending and drawing at the same time, right? Anytime I try and just draw it, she can, right? It's strike, right? Because in the sense, every time in Aikido, I believe one of the, I'm sure there are other ways of thinking about it, but even anytime you move, when you're moving, what you consider back in an area, space, within your own self, you're still going forward, you're extending. And this, even if on a spatial level, let's say this window, you see my hand coming back here. Yes, in relationship to the space around me, yes. But in relationship to my body, this is still coming forward. So if we go back and cut, it's still cutting forward. Even though spatially, in reference to the area around it, it looks like everything's going back. So we never retreat in our minds. But this is based on breath. When you breathe, everything expands. That's a kind of power that is so natural that it will send a seedling plant through concrete. Right? I don't know the mechanics of that, but so when you go here and look here, I'm vulnerable. When I go here, I can move here, right? So now we'll work on the Kinka. Entering is what gives power of turning is the linear movement that you're going in and turning on the straight line. If a kuke attacks with red here and I go around here, I circle around here, she can face me right away. She can move around the same center I do, right? But when I come here, I turn here, I'm the only one in the world to move around this center at the speed that I can. She has to take 2, 3 steps to match, to come around to get into the same position. So always in trying to exchange positions with Uke. So if I just turn my body like this, she's very quick. She's all on the outside. So when we do these movements out as Uke in regular class, she's supposed to accommodate whatever I do, even if she thinks it's not effective, whatever. She's giving me this kind of energy. But as a Nage, you have to like maybe challenge yourself and also investigate what you're doing. Say, why does this really work? How can it work? How can it work better? Where can I advance? This is an endless activity. There's no end to this. We can always refine and refine what we do. And the more you refine it, the less, in a sense, you have to do, but the more pleasurable it is. It's like you find the flow in what you're doing. So anytime you show me. Yeah. Quick. Oh, quick. For some reason, if you move your center, if you move your head, she's here. I move here, she loses track of me. Just it's scary to do. I don't know if I'm not at the level where I can really trust that, but I'm beginning to understand that here, I move my head, she's here. Go here. Yeah. Right. Go here. She's here, right? We go here. So for some reason, this almost magnetic, right? So if Uke grabs my wrist here, I just go here and here. And again, like I say, she's Uke. She's supposed to accommodate me in order that I learn with a technique. She's applying the energy. Even if I go here, she's going to hold on. Even if I pull here, it's actually disengaging. Move from here, it's not. But still, her job as Uke, and when we train, is to hold on no matter what she thinks I'm doing in a sense, right? That's what she's giving. But as Nage, this is what I hear. It's hard for her to let go. He doesn't want to hear. So if I just mimic this like one by step, no, right? So again, the tendency is when you're attacked in a certain place, you tend to deal with it, the attack on that level where you feel it's taking place. Actually, the attack is already here. It's here, right? It's not here. This is like, it's too late here. Late. No. So I'm dealing with it as it's coming, but I'm dealing with it from a different area. Once I think, I go, and to the view, when you view what's happening, you watch, you think, oh, the teacher is going, holy please, here, doing it from here. Of course, we're used to doing everything. This is where things are done. But in actuality, this is just an Aikido, this is just a connection. Right? Now, power here, as soon as I put power down, she's free. Power down. When I keep absorbing anything in this area, it'll solve it without any thought, much faster than you can think of what's happening. It just joins, it's a natural time. Once it's one body, it just happens. I respond to one body. If I go, I'm going to do something to her. Right? So people watching Aikido, they think, oh, this is fake or it's magic. It's not. It's a very real, palpable, happenstance. So, but you have to learn where to move from. It's again like watching ducks on the surface of a pond, just gliding around. And underneath is all this movement here, there's all this activity. Right? So again, we're going to do a tenkan. So we're going to do tenkan, not from here. Move the center, the hips, and look the hip around. Keep moving. And drop the center as much as you can. Okay, so now my knees are a little, I have to get work done. So Carol is going to do the 2, 3, 10 times. And then everybody follow, please. And drop the weight, very good. Okay. Good, don't worry, let's move you. And keep going, keep going. You don't have to complete it, just go ahead. Keep going. And keep going. Good, good. And go ahead, okay, stop, okay, very good. So this is what we train like that all the time. Actually, it's like here, 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 here. And you can keep going. Again, you all right? Okay, now do the arms. Yeah, yes. And that's what you have to do. One back. Come up. Okay. That's very good.
It's easier swinging the arms.
Yes, right. Okay, move this here forward. Good. That's it. Okay, good. Very good. Very good. So, anyway, all power, and not just power as we think of force, emanates from here. It's natural, like, so in other words, like, I'm going to punch her, she blocks me. Block. Anything I do here, she can stop. This kind of, this again, as it touches, is moving here from here. As it touches, if I move it from here, as it touches, it feels exactly, it doesn't even have to register in any way in my brain. No, now she's going to go here, I'm open here. No, not quick. It's even more powerful. The second attack will make your initial technique even more effective, right? So, in other words, like if I go here, she comes the other hand. This is what sends her forward. It's our intent to keep attacking. Forward, forward, forward. And again, it's always, even I'm moving here. If I move here and I settle back, as soon as my body stops, my body moves here. And I don't have to do much but here. I just have to continue up where she's going. And now, at this point, if I go here, right, so always this pretty much in line here, then he has to go around here, and it's difficult, but she's on the outside of my circle. As soon as the instant I go like this, he's here, right? This goes for everything. One, I keep her going. In this line, that eventually makes a circle. But straight line, you're thinking of that. I think of a circle here. This is coming into my center. I'm keeping her away from my center. Here, here, here. Okay? You see it? Now she lets go. Right? So instinctively, your attention has to be first. And it's by your positioning. And it's like holding on to a life preserver. Uke doesn't want to let go because if she knows here, I'm here, You both let go. I'm first. She's struck. If I go here, thinking that basically that the 10 count is something I have to do no matter what. No, if it's not extended, and it's not a matter of distance. That's distance. My arm's longer than hers, but this is overextended. This is here. Because it's coming from here, there's an extension from here. Once I go extend here, this is like posing. Once I pose, this is ballet here. Okay. Right? So again, everybody do this 10 count, please. 3 or 4 times, however. Drop the center. Okay, and as you come in, drop the center. Good, very good. Keep going, quick. Okay. Good, that's it, very good. Yeah, everybody join, everybody. Good, very good. Good, but until you get dizzy and stop. Because everybody's going to do this until Carol gets dizzy.
I'm always a little dizzy.
Yeah, okay, that's very good, very good. I'm very proud of this. That's, I can't do it. That's very good. We did this all the time. So now, showman, if I move around here, again, I'm vulnerable, right? Quick, quick, quick. Right? This is what leads in every instance, right? So I leave here. So again, if you incorporate the breathing exercises that we did, you allow it to meet where it wants to meet, not where your brain registers like, oh, she's going to grab that. You cannot, if you know for certain that she's going to grab you here, which we do in class, then you can do that, possibly, but it has a flaw. So I don't know if she comes like I think she's going to grab you, strike. He's quick, right? Strike. Right. Grab him from Steve, right? Right? Because at this point, if I'm moving from here, I can go here. Yeah. Right. Tracking up. Right. Okay. But it actually always, your hands have to be here. The root comes here, right? Now, if I respond to this as she comes, too soon, she's here. Too late, she's here. And you just, as it comes, and you have the option to go here too. You're allowing this to move where freely, where it has to go, not where you think it has to go. Now, process of training, it's like anything else. When you begin, yes, it's we have numbers almost, right? 1, 2, 3, whatever. And in the end, it's just one. It's just one. And one is a circle, there's no beginning, no end, and that there's no time in a sense. It's not speed, it's not timing, it's not strength. It's just joining. And the joining happens from a distance even, right? So if she comes and I go to here, and in actual, but this is how we learn. This is how you learn. But actually, here, right? So when she comes, basically, it's like, it's changing it. Yeah, right. All right. Quick out. Yeah. So then even this is, it's very kind of training. Here. Speed. Ooh. Speed. Ooh. Right? But speed quick. Right? If I move from here. Right? It takes a lot of nerves to do that. And you have to have full confidence in actuality. I don't, this is good for training, but you wouldn't want to just, unless you really, it's so embedded in your body that you can move from here. And this is what I believe that what we're ultimately learning to do is freeing your mind, you're also freeing the center. So you're not engaging at the point that Uke wants to engage. You're engaging where it happens and at the time that it happens, okay? Now, please take the drill. Okay. So again, this is all based very good from here. But come over to here. See. Hey! 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 Right, honey. Again. Up here. Just let him come up to right here. Hey! 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 Hands turn over here. So now from here, so I don't teach kata, because whenever I learned one kata, 12 kata, whatever, I got it all mixed up. I forgot. And so, but I just, so when we do this, number one, I ski, okay, and you'll come in. You're allowing this to come here. So I'm not just striking. Body's going, turning to the body does it. So ski. 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 Yeah. Letting you flow into this. Okay. And then it's ending here. Here. The body movement produces the strike. But you're extending too. Okay, now just move free. I understand the restrictions in your environments and your places, so you don't necessarily need the drill to do this. The drill is very good because it's kind of, I believe it's more an antenna with the body moving. Now, when you do this, I want basically arms out. So you're moving always, you're not, now this is not incorrect to draw it back, but I want now the training just so they get used to here. Just keep moving, moving, moving. So your body movement directs the drill. Any way you want to move now, okay? No mistakes, just I want, yeah, fill in and keep moving with the arms out. moving, moving, moving. Okay, now, recently moving like this, the arms out, and that's not that this any other way is incorrect, but so I feel that me using the Joe is a kind of like an antenna, a lightning rod, whatever, to absorb energy. So rather than using it, basically say that we move, we have a weapon, we move as if we don't have it. If you don't have a weapon, you move as if you do, right? So that's using the imagination, also extending past your points of what you view as your limitation. So now, okay, grabs my rotatory, quick, my mind goes here, right? Doesn't, right? My body's free. Here, right? Now, if I come move back like this and I draw back like this one's quicker. So what's not visible because you see everything going back, but in actuality, this is coming forward. It's not pushing. If I push forward, here, from here, I'm absorbing our power or energy into my center, into the ground. I'm going back into her, right? I can't push it back into her. Quick. Right? So anyway, that's why I stress moving here, 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 here. So when Uke comes, basically, when I'm doing anything, she comes, will come right here. 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 Oh, that's breath. If I respond from here, respond here. So it looks like total cooperation on Uke's part is actually a very subtle thing that's happening. If I go here, yes, if I go fast and then I go here, I expect her to actually keep holding, allowing me to feel where everything's going. But at different levels, and this is what Aikido is effective at. People say you need, sir. You don't need, you just room. You can do this like they normal phone calls, you don't have to worry. In this space here, now I have the angle. Right? So lady, I don't need this. Yeah, that's all. You train like this as they come, you get ready. So I'm not going, this is defending. This is attacking, no. This is opening and moving. Just open movement, breathe. And they have to, they attach to you then. And then they can have to hang on for dear life to the sense, right? So that's why I stress when you take Joe, this kind of training, this is just particularly for this. It's not a kata, it's just having the Joe act as a kind of an instrument to gauge your response and your mentality. So again, when it's rotatory, she grabs here, and my mind goes here. In actuality, here, right? So now it's very, but this is very personal. Somebody grabbing your body, and you respond to bang here. Now she grabs a Joe, and immediately now I'm fighting over something, right? Here I'm personally attacked. It's a different field, right? Right? Here when she grabs a Joe, it's different. I'm fighting over something. Who has control of this, right? So we're both centered and focuses on the same thing. If from here she grabs this, and I just allow it to happen, but I'm controlling the situation, right? So if you can create this as rewiring, you have to, we're wired to like, we fight, defend ourselves, natural, and then we fight to control an area or whatever it is, but that we value. So this is my Joe, and now she's going to start. I grab her here, now we're going to play her. Oh, she grabs. Right? But I have to relinquish this imprinted thought that of like fighting over something now and you know, dominate. No, she grabs. All I have to do here, right? Okay. She grabs it. Move here, right? So this is a kind of release, when you release under with your power, with your extension. If you release with no extension, that's why we train to like to extend and to make a stance in a sense. You're not retreating really. You're opening up, and opening up you're giving, but also it's a very positive motion. So who can grab this from this side? Here, right? I go here. I need power. So people say, well, why don't they just sit? Yeah, they can. Yeah. No, right? She lets go now, I strike her. Because this instant, right? Now, no, she has quick. Right. Because as soon as it's like electric, as soon as she grabs, my mind is here, this is free. She grabs, I'm here. I've already taken it here to the ground. Now from here, if I feel power here, I push, she's free. So here, this is where you release it at every point. And that's what Aikido is, being free. So at first you're free in one movement, and then you're caught and your mind gets caught. Then you're free and you go, oh, okay, now I have to, what took me there has to take me even further. Okay. So that's, so when you train with the Joe, be aware you do kata, it's very nice, very good, very valuable. I did it for years, and then just move free. When you move free, let this become part of you. Feel the flow, and let this open up without retreating. Then when she comes, and I want to pull back, quick. It's from here. It creates a vacuum. Otherwise, it just creates an empty. This quick. Right? Yeah. So, okay, so now we'll take it to the book, please. Excellent. Which one do you have? This is one. Which one do you want? I don't know. I want you to have one. I think this is. Okay, so now, Hami, right, Hami, standing here. Suki stays to partner's throat, pulling throat. No matter how you move your center. Still, if you're taking angles, you're learning to move with angles, right? 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, okay. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. So rather than just here, you're going to here, right? Now on this side, then cut on this side. Both can come straight down. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Now, I want you to take just the right hand. But 1, 2, and out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like in the beginning. Let the breath take, open up. And let it fall as it falls. Out. Up. Okay, again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This feeling is to free. I feel the center. Even my hand comes up. Not my mind isn't here. Hand comes up. Here. Right? Here, right? Okay. Ooh, right? We're moving from here. This is what is not visible if people don't watch. So now, when we cut traditionally, like right side comes down, right? And right hip comes forward. But I want hips to be able to move both ways, not just one way, right? Traditionally, yes, this is a cut, right? But also, I want you to be able to cut forward with the suki coming forward, right? Even though the hip is coming back here, cocking here. So as I did that incorrect, it's a habit, right? And now this is counterintuitive, right? As the hip comes forward, Bokin comes up, it comes back, Bokin's down, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? Now the other side, okay? So, Bokin comes up, it comes back, as opposed to, no, it comes forward, I'm sorry. Bokin comes up, it comes forward, as you cut, it is coming back. And cutting out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So if you practice that, you have freedom of movement with the hips, right? Who's that? Then eventually, I want this to happen in training. No matter it's like what's happening here, hips are free to move back and forth. Okay, we'll finish with this. Okay? So again, just let the hips swing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this training like that, when okay comes, immediately, if you feel them not going here, going here is too late. No, you're good. You're good. Yes, you're right. Do it here, right? This should go automatically, right? Free. So here, pushing here, it's free. Not, maybe. Okay. Now, as far as you can go, that's as far as I can go now. Feel the energy from the hands, down the body, down. And any tension release. Feathering in, all the energy. Shoulders. Release the tension, in the belly. So, thank you for coming out. I just wanted to say that in this interacting with people, doing actual techniques physically, apparently we can't. I always feel a little awkward just talking and talking. But if you, this is a time that we have to work inside and develop inside. And you can bring, no matter what your style and how you train, you can bring these principles and breath. This is like, everybody's saying that way, into your practice and movement from where you move and the ground. So thank you. Hey, thank you.